Hello everyone, and welcome to the 7th episode in the series on beginning Java programming. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the while loop. And so what the while loop is it's very similar to the if statement in the fact that we have a condition that has to be met, like we had if a was equal to 5, it did something. In this case, we can have while a is equal to 5, it will do something. And what this means, what the difference is that an if statement will only run the code that we want to do once. A while statement says that while the condition is true, then it's going to keep repeating what we want to do until the while statement is no longer true. So if we had, for example, while a was equal to 5, it would keep repeating it until the value of a changed, which is very handy in programming. So to create a while statement, what we need to do is first define our int. I'm going to define it a equals 0 for a change. And what we want in this case, for this example, is we want to have while a is less than 10, it will print out something. So to define a while loop, we simply type it similar to the if statement, while a, and then from the operators tutorial, the previous episode, we learned the less than statement. So while a is less than 10, and then open curly braces. So it's pretty similar to the if statement. And what we want to do here is we want to system out print line and then the values of a. Now if we were to run this would keep printing out 0, the value of a, into infinity pretty much, or until the program eventually crashed or something. This is because a is never changing and it's never going to not match the while condition, which is being less than 10. And so to make it eventually not match the condition, we need to increase the value of a. And so a simple way to do this is to use the increment mathematical operator, and you can use the decrement if you are doing something else, but in this case we need increment. And so the old-fashioned way of doing this, I'm just going to show this first, is writing a, which is the new value of a, equals the current value of a plus 1. And what this would do traditionally is say that the new value of a is equal to, in this case, 0 plus 1, which is 1. And it would keep doing this each time, so eventually it would equal 10. But a simple way to write this code, and a preferred way, is simply writing a plus plus, which is saying a is going to increment by 1 each time this loop runs through. So eventually this loop will equal, or the value of a will equal 10, and the while loop will stop. So if I go ahead and run this, you'll notice it prints the numbers of 0 to 9 here. This is because it's printing out the values of a. So it starts off as 0, it runs through, it prints out 0 here, then it increments by 1, which sets a equal to 1, and it does it again. And then a is equal to 1, it prints out 1, then it increments again to 2, all the way up to when it's equal to 10, where it doesn't do it anymore because it's saying while a is less than 10. But if we wanted it to print out 10, then we'd simply use the less than or equal to operator that we learned last time in the previous episode. And if we go ahead and run this, it has the value of 10. And so this is quite handy. So don't forget about it, because we're going to be using it a lot through this series later on. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you later.